Welcome to the channel Encyclopedia Catanica. In today's video we're going to analyze the structure of Chinese shutter locks. I found abandoned body of Chinese shutter lock, and I took it home and I cut this part so I could see what's inside, what's the structure of the body. First thing you can notice is that when you hammer it with low amount of force, huge indentations are made. And that's pretty weird if you don't know the structure of this kind of iron. Also, it's very easy to file it down, to cut it. You see how huge indentation is made only by 10 movements of simple file. It started to rust. This material is very susceptible to radical rusting. So I decided not to carry whole body for this video to show it to you, but to cut through so I could record only this cube. It's much easier to handle a cube than the whole body. So I started cutting and I cut halfway in, and then I decided to hammer the rest so it could crack. And I was right, it cracked really easily. See how huge this portion is. It's almost halfway cracked with only 3 punches of hammer. I don't know, it was 300 gram hammer, really small one. It was not a huge hammer of kilo and more, so it cracked with ease. And the real truth about the structure is revealed. As you see, when I cut it with a hacksaw, the surface became very smooth. Why is it so smooth? Well, because this kind of metal, this iron, behaves pretty much like clay, because it's soft metal. It's very soft. And this is the structure. If you could see it, here it is. It doesn't focus enough, but you see how bad this structure is. Like some mountains and gorges on the surface. You see that? That's because this part reveals the real structure of a lock, of the lock body. Chinese shutter lock body. You see, made in China. This structure is practically full. Billions and billions of air pockets are inside. It's some kind of three-dimensional net structure with huge amount of holes, of caves. Not literal caves, but empty space. This padlock is filled with empty space inside of its structure. In microscopic level, you will see that it's some kind of three-dimensional net. So, is it classical pig iron? I don't know. I think it isn't, because pig iron is a bit different than this iron. So I think I made a mistake. I named the material wrong. It's a wrong name for the material because I think it's a gray iron. It's called gray casted iron, gray cast iron, or something like that. So it has a huge amount. It has some percentage of graphite inside, of carbon. And because of that, the structure is really brittle. So it's easy to crack it. Even this huge portion, this is almost 1 centimeter wide portion with regular pure iron, you can't crack such portion, such huge portion. You could maybe bend it a little bit, but nothing will happen. Maybe for some 1 millimeter or half millimeter by hammer it, you could bend it. But to crack it completely, it doesn't make sense. So why is it so easy? Because of so much air pockets inside. Empty space. That's why it's very easy to hammer it and to make so big indentations, because of empty space inside of the structure. So you could squeeze it and it will stay squeezed. You see how huge those indentations are for iron. See? Almost half millimeter with low amount of force. So it's because the structure is practically half empty. And it's easy to squeeze, to hammer it, to deform it, because of nothing is present inside. It's not solid piece of material. It's perforated with billions of holes. As I told you, the structure reminds of three-dimensional net. And because of that, those locks are really bad, so avoid them at all cost. I don't know if any YouTuber, any lockpicker showed the exact structure of Chinese shutter lock bodies, but here you go. You have really close look, really good video to find out the truth about that structure of Chinese shutter locks. Avoid them, please, at all cost. They are not secured. Anything on them is secured. Those locks don't provide any security at all. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.